Alrighty, if you would just video me landscape.
Right now?
Yeah. Okay, so first step in dealing with an extremely energetic dog is just being aware that kind of what you allow is what you're going to get. So it's going to require a good crate schedule, enforcing a lot of rest time. You know, she does need exercise, of course, but it's probably nowhere near as much as you think that she does, because this is all like kind of frantic energy. It's not like, oh my God, I want to exercise. So what I mean by what you get is what you allow. She was kind of interested in those gloves. She cannot pull me down the stairs. I'm not going to allow that. So anytime she tries to pull, I'm just disallowing it. So you need a leash in order to do that. We will work on the e-collar training, but this is where it has to start. Otherwise, like, I don't know of another way to enforce boundaries with the dog in a way that's very simple and easy for them to understand. Okay, let's go. Nope, we're not doing that. That's not how I want to go down the stairs. Sit. It's ugly for a second, and then she fixed herself. So I kind of exaggerate how slow I want to go. And I think that could even still be improved. Good girl. I like that she's looking at me. How you exit the building and the kind of mayhem you allow or disallow in your house. She's loading up, so I'm gonna ask, good girl. That's a lot better. Not perfect, but also way better than just launching down all 3 sets of stairs. Best sit. I know, everyone's so upset. So if you think about it, a Labrador's job is mostly to wait, to be, you know, like calm but ready to act, because they're sitting in a blind all day long, waiting for the hunter to shoot whatever they're going to shoot. If they're frantic and running around that whole time, the game is going to leave. So it's very, you know, this time needed is going to get shorter and shorter, but this is what it takes at first to get a dog to be calm and under control when leaving the house. So the walk has started already from the point that we left her kennel. And I'm just keeping my leash the same length. I'm not forcing her into a sit. The more she sits, the more I'll open the door. That's the kind of attitude I want to see. The, all right, what's next? What are we doing now? Kind of attitude. Not breaking before the starting gun. Hunter, quit. And the reason I switched tools with her, she was on a head halter. She's learned to pull through the head halter. So we're going to go back to just something very basic. No. This is all adolescent protest kind of stuff. You're not allowed to bite the leash. I relieve all the pressure and I start opening the door as soon as she starts cooperating and looking to me for guidance. And most likely she's going to bolt through the door. So I'm just going to turn the other way if she does that. That's not how we go out the door. I know it sounds very anal retentive, but these little details are incredibly important. Because if your dog is not practicing impulse control in these little moments where it doesn't matter, she's definitely not going to do it in the moments when it does matter. That's a good choice. I like that she chose place. Let me get this situated a little better. No. Okay. That's nice. Same thing with the stairs. We're not leaping through doorways. Because with a dog this big, that's dangerous. I'm not talking to her a lot because I want her to figure out her best advantage for herself. That when she moves at my glacial pace, she gets what she wants, which is going outside. That was better, but it wasn't exactly what I want. Those prehistoric noises you hear are Lola. Actually, I don't know if you can hear it because I have my mic right by my ear. That's what I want. And guess what? We're going to do it at this door too. Would you mind shutting the door, please? Sit. Good girl. So bright out today. That was so much better. Still not exactly what I am hoping, but she's not bounding out. She did pull me a little bit. Let's see. Before we introduce distractions, let's go to the kind of triangular field. And we'll do the leash walking stuff there. So even though she doesn't know how to heel, I'm not allowing her to pull me around. I'm not moving forward unless we're going the way I want to go. That's a 15. Can turn it down a bit. So basically what I'm doing for this dog is pairing the e-collar with the leash pressure. There. Okay. Now I have a much calmer dog to start with. This is a dog I want to train, not the one that is leaping down 3 steps of stairs. 3 flights of stairs would be pretty impressive. Okay, so I'm just going to hang on to the end of my leash and just go. I'm going to pick 3 points. Sorry for all my sniffling. I'm going to pick this bush. Why don't you stay right there so you can see the whole thing? I'm going to pause, then I'm going to go to this tree. Basically, I'm just standing steady. I'm not allowing her to pull to the end of the leash like that. I just stood on the leash to kind of check her. This is my third point. It's an imaginary point. Actually, I'll make it visible for you guys. So it's the bush, the tree, and this. Okay. Back to the tree. I mean the bush. So each tool has different pros and cons. My goal and thinking is I want her to go back to just understanding leash pressure. And this is a really simple way to do that with the chain collar. Tightens when they pull, and we'll make this line shorter and shorter over time. Oh. Good. I just stepped on the leash there to check her. Labs tend to have an extremely high pain tolerance because, you know, they're made to go into freezing water and retrieve birds. Not to say that you should train them in a painful way, but it takes a lot to bother them. And also, honestly, a dog that does have a high pain threshold, you really can't train them with a lot of pain because they don't care. It has to be mental. So we want her to start realizing, oh, the leash is tight when I'm off in la la land, not paying attention. And the leash is loose and nice when I'm with you. So I tethered her on place for quite a while yesterday, just waiting for her to kind of settle down and stop being so chaotic. And it was kind of the same sort of thing. Like, she's willing to just pull against an inanimate object and hope that that's going to get her what she wants. Because in the past, there's been yielding when she pulls and struggles really hard. She was walked on a bungee leash, so she pulls. She gets a little closer to where she wants to go. But if it's just static, kind of the more you act like a brick wall, then the more they realize it's just pointless. Good girl. I'm going to start using this tree. I should have let her poop beforehand. Good. Good girl. Oh, she won that one. Let's see. I want to intervene sooner with this leaf chasing because that's inappropriate. We are working. We're not chasing leaves. Just looking for something to chase. So I corrected the look. Jessica's not going to help you. The other benefit of this exercise is if you know, there we go. All right, we're working on that. I'm tapping the e-collar every time she goes for it. Nice thing is, the e-collar is totally impersonal. There's no association of me with that correction. I just want her to think that chasing things has a bad result. Like, it's her action that causes that, not anything from me. There we go. That's a girl. That's a good, good girl. That's what we want to see. Nice job. Oh, I remember what I was going to say is this exercise is good for teaching the dog that you are more interesting than every other thing. They don't have access to every other thing in the world. So again, it goes with what you allow. Now she's starting to move with me without the leash getting tight. All right, try it. It's not going to work. So before I had been using rising stim. There I turned it up pretty high to a 40 because you can't eat poop. So there's kind of a working level to the e-collar, and there's a correction level of the e-collar. The working level is the one that you use for just regular talking to the dog off leash, whether that's in the house or in the yard or whatever. And then there's never do that again. such as biting the leash. That is not allowed. Or eating poop. That's also not allowed. I never want her to do those things again, so I have no problem going to a high level. Okay, that's fine.